time for the live PWCC weekly auction. We have been away for 2 weeks and it doesn't actually feel like we've been away, even though we have been. We are back and we are ready. So guys, welcome in. If you haven't already, hit that like button on your way in. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you check out my co-host PokeDean's channel.
I'm back.
We are back and we are ready to go. So it's our first stream since we've been to Collecticon and America, and we had the best time.
Crazy time.
It has been busy since we got back, catching up on all our orders. We've been streaming as well, getting straight back into it. There is lots of content coming from both of us on both of our channels from our trip as well. So guys, thank you so much for being patient while we were away, but we are back and we're back with episode 7. I can't believe this is the 7th week, even though it's not the consecutive 7th week that we have been doing this now. Are we used to the time zone yet? Considering we just got back from America.
I mean, yeah, we were kind of on the American time, right?
Yeah.
And it took a bit of time getting used to, and then we kind of got to the feeling of
and
what
then we
it
went
felt
away.
Like. Yeah, now we're back. So
it's a shame we couldn't stream whilst we were away, but we just don't have a YouTube set up when we're away, so it's really hard. So we didn't want to do it and it not be as good for you guys. So obviously we want it to be best quality as possible. So like I said, we're back and we are ready to go. So I can see there's a few member milestones and shout outs I want to do this evening before we get started. So we've got Viltrum, welcome back to the membership. Thank you for being here. Hope you're doing well. Who else have we got down here? We got Viltrum member for 2 months at last. Our queen has graced us with her presence. You have now been officially targeted by the Empire. See you soon. I'll be in the shadows. Thank you so much. That sounds scary, but
is that like a joke?
Yeah, Viltrum is a great guy, honestly. Great guy. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for being here. We got Electabuzz member for 1 month. Buzz. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. And let's see who we've got in the chat this evening. We got Zetro. Should you not please tell me you're not at the gym at 2 a.m.
He's team no sleep.
What
team
is
games,
going on?
Team swole.
Team life.
Yeah.
Team life. We got Vintage Greg. We've got Rep. We've got Green Tea. Green Tea, as always, thank you so much, guys. If you want to check out the pinned comment, courtesy of Green Tea, you can follow along with the auction. You can bid yourself if you're registered to bid with PWCC. Yep. And if you're not, you can always sign up on the website as well. We have got Sean. We got Billy and Rubik's. We have got, who else have we got in here? We have got Pokemoon. We've got Frank. Now, you may remember my last stream that we did, it was actually me and the butler. So the butler had a full butler reveal on stream, and if you missed it, go check the last one out because everyone really enjoyed it. We got Thrive being awake at this. What is it with the UK
hours.
Gang awake at 2 a.m?
They don't want to miss out on the deals.
Exactly.
They don't want to miss out.
Every Sunday, so you can always chill with us and hang out with us and watch this live. We got Anthony, Dean wearing Chloe's sweatshirt. Every time he comes to you, every single time.
Colombia, this is nice.
And I've just got a nice soft grey hoodie on because it's a little bit chilly today.
This is chill.
We got Ruel in. We've got Christopher. Coin Hunter, welcome in, guys. So as always, in the chat this evening, let us know. Are you bidding on anything? What is it that you're interested on? What have you got your eye on? Even if you're not bidding, what are the cards that stand out to you this evening? As always, I've made my list that we're going to talk about. Dean will pick out some things that he wants to talk about as well. The last few weeks, or prior to when we went away, we had people in here bidding on some big things, like some really big items, which was incredible. Man, I'm just playing with Dean. It's all love. It's all love. It is all love.
But also, Viltrum says once the raid happens, I'll understand.
Oh, wow. Okay. Should we be nervous?
That sounds scary.
That sounds dangerous. We've got people in. A lot of people are mentioning where they're from this evening. Let us know in the live chat right now, where are you watching from?
And I'll do an impression of that accent of the...
Oh, God. You're in for a treat.
I'm joking.
Butler coming for Dean's spot. Yeah, I know. He's creeping in. He is creeping in. Butler has had his reveal. We got Jeff the Ref in this evening. Bread Boy's looking at the... Okay, so tonight we only cover Pokemon. We don't cover anything else, but there are lots of other things running on the weekly auctions every single week. There's sports cards, there's Magic the Gathering, there's Yu-Gi-Oh, there's football, there's F1. There's literally a little bit of everything, but we purely focus on the Pokemon here because it's Pokey Chloe. So we got Essex, we got Yorkshire, we got quite a few of the UK gang in. We got Michigan, Sweden, Canada, North Carolina. Let's hear your twang, Dean.
North Carolina. I don't know. Is that how it sounds? It might do.
Oh my goodness, guys. I have missed this stream. This is the best time ever. The swamps of Louisiana. Wow.
Nah.
Give us your best Louisiana accent.
No,
He's not going to go there.
One and done.
We got the States, we got Seattle, Canada. So obviously it's very late here in the UK. So we've got a lot of people from the States watching. And that's why I love these streams, because it gives you guys the chance, if you miss our streams when there are evening UK time, that you get to actually watch us live. Because I know a lot of people do miss out on that. Oh my goodness. You just absolutely killed me with that one. So guys, as always,
thanks, Ian.
Ian's proud of it. Oh my goodness, that was brilliant. We're off to a good start. So as always, what we do is we literally sit here and we watch the entire live auction all the way through to when extended bidding starts. However, there is all access extended bidding now. It is here to stay. So basically, prior to that, what happened was for the next hour, we'd be sitting there watching, people would be placing their bids, and then at daylight savings now. So is it going to be
11? No.
So it'll be 7 p.m. Pacific time. Basically what would happen is only people who had placed an initial bid could then carry on bidding for the next hour, and all the time windows that basically gets broken down into an hour. It's a half hour, then 5 minutes, and then so on. However, they're not doing that anymore. Basically, it's all access. So whether you place your bid in this hour, in the next hour, there's no initial bid needed anymore. You can place your bid basically until the auction ends. So very exciting. It is interesting seeing the auction run differently, because obviously we've now been streaming the auction since prior that. So we have seen what it's like with the extended bidding and what it's like with the all access extended bidding, which is what it's called now. So it is very interesting. I think the last stream we had the stream before, we had some record sales slabs with the Umbreon.
Yeah.
And there's no black label Umbreon tonight, but there is quite a few PSA 10 VMAX all arts. Now what we do is, and we're going to have a look in a second, I pick out a few items, Dean will talk about some items, and then we'll just look through the auction in general. And there are over 4,000 items.
I swear it gets more and more.
To be specific, there's 4,247 Pokemon items on just tonight's weekly auction, and it has been creeping up since we've started. It's insane the amount of and that's just Pokemon. I think in general, out of everything that's running tonight, there's over 10,000 items in the weekly auction. So it just gives you some context how big PWCC is and how much is going through them on a weekly basis. Don't forget they do their premier auctions as well. There's a lot going on.
And the variety of things in terms of actual items and price. Yeah. Because we mainly look at a lot of the kind of higher end stuff, the more unique, the more kind of like very interesting items. Yeah. But there is something on here for everyone. We get to the point where we're looking at last card standing, and it is literally it can be anything. It
could be like a $50 card, a $20 card. And what you'll also see is there's not just slabs, there's booster boxes, booster packs, blisters, raw cards. And I'll talk about a bit about the raw cards, because there's actually a raw card on here, which I think a lot of people are going to be interested in tonight. This is the first stream where I've seen a raw card at such a high price.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's a good one. It's a good one. So we are going to go over and take a look at the auction. Here it is in all its glory. So we are filtered down, and I'll show you how the website actually works, but we'll do that in a little while. We'll actually take a look at what's going on here. So as you can see straight off the bat, we have got a vintage first edition booster box. We got Jungle first edition sitting right there. We got a base set Zard that has actually been signed on the case with this one. We have got a Japanese Plasma Gale Charizard, and then we have got a Cardass Prism Charizard. There's a lot of Charizards. There's always a lot of Charizards
this
at the top.
This is my type of stream.
Dean's favourite Pokemon is Charizard, so he absolutely loves it. So we're just going to have a little scroll, and then we'll start focusing on some items. So we have got the Deoxys EX here in a PSA 10. We got the Japanese Crystal Lugia in a 10. We've got more first edition, CGC, PSA, Beckett, you name it, it's on here. We got the screen promos, we got ponchos, we got Genesis. Honestly, There's literally everything going on. If you're a new person just watching these streams, that will be your face by the end of it at like the amount that's available. It's insane. We've actually got a Creatures deck card here, which actually slipped past me earlier when I was doing my research. Prior to these streams, I always look through the auction. I always pick out my favorite bits. And actually going forward from next week, I'm going to be doing an Instagram post every single week that's actually going to detail my top 10 items from each weekly auction. So make sure you keep your eye out for that. We have got, this is a bit of a
I love this card.
I say throwback to last night when I did my Legendary Treasures box break. This is from obviously English Legendary Treasures. Here it's the shiny collection in a PSA 10 in Japanese. It's currently at $1,450. It's a
beautiful card,
which is insane. There is the Japanese Umbreon VMAX alternate art that always seems to hold a bit of a higher price in the PSA 10s versus the English, but we saw a black label English alternate art Umbreon VMAX the other week sell for $12,000.
Wild.
It was crazy. So like I said, there's a lot of crazy things that happens here. There's more Creatures deck cards as well.
Do you think that the Moonbryon is going to be the modern day Charizard?
So I overheard this conversation when we met a great guy called Hunter, little guy called Hunter, while we were away, and he just pulled the Umbreon VMAX.
He's got the craziest luck, by the way. He got gifted a Pokemon tin. I don't actually know which tin it was, but it was from Costco, and in that tin he pulled the Alt Art Rayquaza VMAX and the Moonbryon in one tin, and I think that might be the most greatest tin of all time. Although saying that, I did watch a clip on Instagram. Someone got a Gold Star Entei and a Gold Star. Oh, what was the other one? What was the other Gold Star?
Is it Flareon?
I don't think it was an Evolution. He got 2 Gold Stars in one tin, and
That's
it was crazy.
Madness.
I was just like, wow, that is some crazy luck. So yeah, like I was saying to Hunter, it was that obviously he never grew up with a base set Charizard.
So even though kids love Charizard, because obviously that's all they sort of see and hear about, it isn't really their childhood flashback card because
essentially when we were kids at school, if someone had the Charizard, that was the main hype. I can imagine if someone pulled the Moonbryon at school at this day and age,
that would be the hype. That would be the be all and end all. You'd be the best person ever. So I think that Moonbryon will have a significant place in the sort of history timeline. I mean, a lot of the big cards will, but the Moonbryon will stand out specifically because it's just, there's been so much hype about that card. It has actually been crazy. And Green Tea's just said in the chat, the Moonbryon raw price has started going back up. As if it wasn't enough
I know.
Already.
It's doing some crazy numbers for how old it is. I mean, the black label, 12,000.
I mean, when we were sitting here watching that's why I love these auctions, because the craziest things happen and we literally sit here, watch it live with you guys. But when that was happening, I can't remember what it was at when we started the auction. It was at like 4,000. And I think everyone was saying like, oh, it'll go to like 6 or 7. And then I remember when it hit 9 and I was like, where is this going? Yeah. Then it hit 10, then it kept going up and up and up. And it was very crazy to see it happening live and in front of you as well. So yeah, anything can happen here. There'll be cards that sell for maybe more than you think, maybe less than you think, maybe exactly where you think. So it's always good. This is a sort of content that me and Dean, it's not something we do day in, day out, because we do pack openings, we do vlogs when we go away. The whole market analysis thing, I personally am not a market analysis finance channel. However, I do like doing this sort of thing because we're sitting here and we're just watching it happen in person. I'm not sitting there necessarily telling you what to spend your money on or, you should go for this.
We're just observing.
Yeah, we're just observing, and it's good because we do this away from the camera as well. Obviously, we run businesses in the hobby. So this is something we have to do anyway. And we're obviously interested in keeping an eye, whether it's for business or even with your personal collection, seeing where there's some values of cards, especially if you're looking to buy something in and you want to make offers on things. If there's been no recent sales or there's only been auction sales, it's a good place to refer back to. So yeah, we really love doing this. And like I said, there's lots of goodies up tonight. So I think the first thing we're going to go in with, we're going to get the tabs open.
The other thing to do, to add to what you just said as well, is that when researching prices, a lot of the stuff we're looking at is very rare.
Yes.
And like you said, there isn't that much sales data, so this is a real good opportunity to kind of get an idea of the prices and stuff like that.
Yeah, this is perfect. So we are starting off here, and this is the Jungle First Edition booster box. And hold on a minute. I've just had a really weird thing go through my head.
Hold on, chat.
Let me finish what I'm saying about this, and then I'll say what I was going to say. Okay. Here we have a first edition Jungle booster box. Now, with all Wizards of the Coast, otherwise known as WotC boxes here at PWCC, they open and authenticate the boxes. This gives them peace of mind that what they're buying and what they're selling is genuine, and what you're buying is a genuine box. So they have photos of the item, as you can see here, front, back, side to side, and then you can see these little tamper seals all over the box, and this is basically where, after they've opened it, they tamper seal it back up, and you can see exactly where it all is. So
no one can get back into it.
Yeah, exactly. So here we go. Here is the first edition booster box, and you're literally about to witness this be opened. So they will open up the seal, as you all see us do on stream, very, very nicely. The box is open, and then all of the packs are removed and shown to the camera. It is in depth. It gives you complete comfort that you're seeing everything inside the box. Now, when we first started doing these streams, we had a bit of a discussion as to whether opening the box affects the price.
Yep.
It's not something we've seen.
No, not at all.
At all. The boxes have been fetching the sealed price of the box.
Which also begs the question of, are streamers, rip and shippers purchasing these boxes? Is it people that want it for a sealed collection, for their collection, but just to know that it's authentic? Because we are now in a time where there's more rip and shippers than ever before. There's so many streamers, there are so many, everyone's doing it,
so many platforms now to stream and ship on as well.
So which means there is now a demand for these boxes where they don't actually mind it being opened, because it's going to get opened anyway. And in fact, they would rather the authenticity of it, because then they know that they're selling a genuine product, sort of thing. So it is interesting that the price isn't
being affected. No.
But is it because there's a different type of buyer now?
I was going to say, if there's people looking to add to their sealed collection, they're not going to be buying it because it has been opened. People who are sealed collectors are what it says on the tin. They want to keep the item sealed. However, like you say, with all the streamers and the rip and shippers, or maybe people looking for the booster packs.
Yeah.
You never know. I mean, buying an entire box of them if you're only looking for an art set, but again, you don't know. So again, as you can see, they're giving a real in-depth view of what the packs look like. So it gives you complete comfort. All the packs are then put back in the box, and then it is tamper sealed, and then you'll see it's tamper sealed exactly as it's photographed to give you peace of mind it's not tampered with. Right, what I was about to say is,
I've been wondering.
I think we've had a clock issue here, because there is 6 minutes until the window starts. So I think where the clocks have changed, we needed to start at 1 a.m.
Are we in
to be at normal time? Can someone confirm that? If the clocks have,
I thought they'd gone forward.
So normally we stream at 2 a.m. UK time.
That makes sense. If they've gone forward in America, you need to be back an hour now.
I thought do they not catch up?
At 2 a.m. means they're an hour further in.
Yeah.
Because the clocks have gone forward.
So
which I don't think anyone, when I was speaking to Adam this week, I don't think anyone's realised that or clocked that. So PWCC and Adam, if you are watching, we seem to have had a miscalculation on the clocks.
I see now.
I don't think we didn't realise that. I didn't realise
the time's changed in America, but it's not here.
The time hasn't changed in the UK, so we haven't gone forward or back. We are exactly where we are, but you guys, your clocks have changed. So, does it start at 9 p.m. EST no matter what? Because you started at 10 p.m. EST. Yes, green tea, it does. So that is what's happened. We weren't aware that the clocks were changing.
So so essentially we started at 10 a.m.
So I just had to say that because I could see the clock counting down here, and I had this horrible feeling that I'd lost an hour of my life, and I was sure we had not been streaming that long. So we'll sort that out. Yeah. Next week we'll be going live at 1 a.m. UK time.
Oh, that's earlier.
That's
for us.
early. That's an early shift for us. So yeah. no idea that the clocks changed here, wouldn't have been a problem, but we had no idea the clocks were changing, so we do apologize for that, but we're going to carry on anyway. So as you can see right here, there's the box. They've put it all back together now, and they're about to tamper seal it. And there we go. And you'll see that the seal matches exactly where the sticker is on the picture as well. So there is peace of mind and comfort. And like I said, the prices we haven't seen really being affected by the box actually being opened at all. So next up, we might have to go through this a bit quicker. It does mean though, if there is bidding towards the end, we can keep we can keep going. We're fine. Right, okay. So next up, this is a really interesting one I wanted to talk about. So we've seen a lot of autos recently on raw cards that have then been slabbed, and on the actual label it has been either the autograph's been authenticated or graded. On this slab, there is no mention of the autograph, because what's happened here is the artist has actually signed the case. And with this, we have a letter of authenticity right here, and I'm just going to zoom in so you can see, showing that PSA have examined the slab with the auto on it, and in their opinion, it is authentic. This is actually the first time I've ever seen a letter of authenticity from PSA, because, sorry, I was just on a triple zoom there, because what's happened is the slab has been signed after it's been, graded. After the actual raw card has been encapsulated. So obviously they can't go back and amend the label, because even if they crack the card out, the signature isn't on the card and all that sort of stuff. So what's happened here is they have they've actually probably sent the slab into PSA and asked for it to be authenticated. Didn't even realize this was a service or something they've offered. If you guys have seen this before, please let us know, because we'd be really interested to see how many of these types of things are out there. So basically, it gives you peace of mind and comfort that the card you're bidding on, the autograph, is actually authentic, because obviously this time it isn't indicated on the label.
So would you prefer, and this extends to the chat as well, would you prefer the raw card to be graded, or would you prefer this way where the slab's graded, and you have a letter of grading authenticity?
For me, it really depends, because what I see a lot of with the signing events, people buying cards that aren't in the best condition, whether it really matters or not, and getting them signed, because obviously maybe if they find out about a signing event and they don't have a lot of time to acquire the exact card they want, they might compromise and go for, the back might be really beat up and the front might look kind of good, and obviously you're only getting autographed on the front. If it was me, to me, it doesn't, I don't know. I mean, personally, I'm not an auto collector. I don't have any autos. It's a bit of a tough one. I think it's still, the fact it comes with the letter gives you a lot more peace of mind. I like that. To me, I think it really just depends on the card. Obviously, this is a PSA 10 base set Zard. Like, when we actually take a look at the card right here, this is a huge card in itself. So it's really cool to have something like that graded. And signed, sorry. But yeah, I'm not sure. How do you feel about it?
I'm with you in the sense that I feel like some people are trying to increase the value of a card that might not be in the greatest condition just by getting an auto on it.
Yeah.
The only downside maybe to this way is that, I don't know, maybe if you rub the slab in a certain way, it could rub off or something. So yeah, it's there's
pros and cons to both sides, but I really, really like that this actually comes with the letter, and like I said, it's the first time I've seen that, so I think that's really cool. This is currently at $7,000, and the next bidding, right guys, we're gonna have to be on, it's gonna be speedy tonight, because the next bidding window is about to go. So this has actually jumped up, because when I logged in earlier, this was at like 6,200, 6,300
so
roughly.
This is active.
So this is
we got 20 seconds until that's it.
So what you're going to see now in a second, guys, in literally in 10 seconds, if there's no bid, the item will end. If there is a bid, it'll get pushed forward into the next window. And obviously, normally we have an hour to talk about this.
Yeah,
but can you imagine if I hadn't noticed that? And we were sitting here being like, why are all the auctions ending? Oh my goodness, only us. Right, okay. So let's have a look. It takes like 5 or 10 seconds for it all to refresh.
Wow.
Oh, so normally in the last few weeks, we have seen normally the highest, priced items all sort of sitting there.
Yep.
But let's have a look. So the Jungle Box. Now this sold price, what you're seeing here, is including buyer's premium. So this sold price right here, $10,500 right there on the Jungle Box. We have got the Zards selling for $8,400. We have got the Plasma Gale Zard. Now, this is one I actually wanted to look at and talk about. This is a very, very nice card. And honestly, I was kind of surprised at the price on this. I didn't quite realise what it fetched. This is pop 143 in a PSA 10. So there's a few of them about.
Yeah.
This is just sold for $5,160 right there. And this one right here, I look up the pop? Yeah, I did look up the pop on this. This is pop 69 in a PSA 10.
That's such a cool card.
This is a really cool. Now, for me, I'm not a huge collector of card ass. I have some chances, but it's because I'm a chancey collector. I know there are some people who collect these cards. As a Charizard collector, is this something that you would?
Yeah, I definitely would add this to,
it's like
to
me
my
with
collection.
the Chansey,
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't go out and get as many of them as in different Pokemon. I think just for me, like you probably just get your favorite Pokemon. Yeah. But it is very unique looking. It's very cool, and you don't actually realize how small these cards are.
No, I know.
They look like a normal like Pokemon card size, but they are actually pretty small. And they're really, really cool. So yeah, I'd definitely add one. But that's nearly 5,000.
Nearly 5,000.
Wow.
This is another one I wanted to talk about, and I did mention it as we were scrolling at the beginning there. This is the EX Deoxys from the EX era. That's a mouthful.
Yeah.
Deoxys EX from EX Deoxys in a PSA 10. Now, this was really interesting. This has just sold for $4,200. I couldn't find any last solds on this. However, when you look on the PSA website, because I do with a lot of the things that I'm interested in before the auction starts, so I can check the pop reports. This is population 24 in a PSA 10. Now, sometimes PSA has a price estimate on their website when you look up a card. The price estimate on PSA for this card, and this is why you should always do your own research, is $800.
Yeah, I've experienced that a few times.
It can be fairly outdated. I don't know how much they update it. Some cards don't have any price estimates. Some do. Some are accurate. Some are not. I feel like the PSA price guide is just not a... Personally, for me, I haven't found it accurate enough to rely on it as a source. So again, always check your last solds. Over whatever platform you use. Obviously, there's several different auction platforms. There's private sales that happen. You might see someone, I don't know, on Instagram put up that something's just sold. You can always ask, if they want to share that information. But yeah, pop 24 and PSA price estimate is actually $800 on the website. So I thought that was interesting.
Like you said, definitely do your research, and as we keep hammering on, these are the type of things where you're going to find these really rare cards, like you said, pop 28.
Yeah.
Like this is the best place to find those latest solds. 24. These are the best type of places to find recent solds, and it's kind of the most accurate way, because if you're trying to buy one for £800 or $800 and someone's selling one, can you
imagine having an argument with someone? But PSA's website says so just something to bear in mind, that pricing isn't always accurate. So right, so this Lugia here did get pushed forward. This has gone to $4,100. Now, I haven't done any research on this because this isn't one that there was a few others that I wanted to focus on. However, this is the Japanese version of the Crystal Lugia. It's a beautiful card, currently sitting at $4,100, and it is going to go into the next window.
We've got a few cards going into
the
next window.
windows are now 5 minutes, so this is where we're going to have to sort of catch our tail a little bit. Oh, the Miriam is still going. Okay, brilliant. This is one I wanted to look at quickly. Again, this is still going, so it did have a bid to push it. It hasn't had another bid yet. That will go green, and it will say that it's been pushed in. That's at 1,450. We'll keep that open to see where that ends. Okay, I am going to go on to the next page. The Miriam should be here. This is one that I wanted to look at. Oh my goodness, I've never been so under pressure in all of my life.
Under pressure.
Miriam, here we go. So this is the raw card that I was talking about, saying that I had never seen it. So a raw card at such a high price on the auctions. So you're probably wondering what's going on here. Is this about to be pushed, or has it not had a bid? Let's see.
Got another 5 minutes,
I think. No, it's just gone into the next window. We're going to see if it's sold or not. Give it about a few seconds.
Oh, it's sold.
It's sold. $810. Right. For those of you that are new here and you're wondering what this is not a slab. What you're seeing on the left-hand side here is them showing you the raw card. Now, MBA are a company that work with PWCC and they authenticate the cards. So they certify that it's authentic. They don't grade it 1 to 10 or anything like that. It doesn't go into a slab. This is like a top loader that has a label on top, basically. And as you can see on the back, it does have a QR code. And what this does is it gives you peace of mind that the raw card that you're buying is authentic.
And genuine.
Because they actually have a lot of raw cards for sale, believe it or not. I know some people automatically, when they think of auctions, they think slabs, booster boxes, all of that sort of fancy stuff. It's not. Like I said, or like Dean said at the beginning, there's something here for everyone. Low end to high end. We're talking $10 all the way up to $50,000. So, this really caught my eye. This is from the brand new set. It's actually from the Japanese set, Violet. So in Japanese, the main sets are broken down, whereas in English, we get it all grouped together. So we're going to get Scarlet and Violet literally in like 2 weeks' time. That's come around very quickly.
We're going to try and pack this card. I don't know if it's going to go for the same amount of price.
I know. I feel like with the Japanese, they always hold that value and they love the trainers. But I mean, it's beautiful. Look at the card. It is beautiful. So this is from Violet. And actually, when you're looking at box prices for Scarlet and Violet, the two Japanese sets, Violet is holding that healthier price, and I think it has a lot to do with this card because there's a couple of Miriams in that set. This one in particular is the sought after one. So that was interesting. Did anything else sell here? We had another auto here. This is the Japanese Stormfront Zard. Now, this is an interesting one. This is not one that I'd planned to talk about, but this has caught my eye. So, talking about buying a card that's beat up, or not completely beat up, but as you can see here, what they've done is, there's a few different variations when it comes to grading and authenticating autos. So, this is signed by Arita, and he's written "I choose you" in English. Which is cool. Sometimes they
say to champion, to trainer. It's like generic
to Ash, or I've seen all sorts of
Sometimes I've seen one where it says to Arita.
Really?
Yeah, it's like he's put his own name.
That's interesting. And sometimes they have it in their own names. Anyway, so what they've done here is they've graded the card as a near mint 7, so that's a PSA 7 condition card, and the auto has got a 10. So the auto they've graded a 10, the card they graded a 7. Sometimes people just authenticate the auto, don't grade the card, so it will literally just say authentic. Some people just grade the auto, so it will say auto 10 and there's no card grade on it. It varies, and again, if you've got like a more beat up card, maybe you don't choose to actually grade the card, just the auto. But there's all different variations for those who are wondering why there's so many numbers on the front there and what's going on. But that's just sold for $720. Let's just have a quick look. So we just saw that 10,500, 8,400, 5,160, 4,290. That went for 42.
I think the Moonbrown sold as well.
Oh, really? This is still going as well. The crystal, it's got 1 minute and 20 seconds, so we'll keep that one open. This just sold for $1,740. That is huge.
Yeah.
So that's Legendary Treasures Mew, but Japanese. It's a beautiful card, but like I said, sometimes the Japanese cards, they do tend to hold that higher value with the more modern stuff. Now, this is one I did have my eye on. I love this card. You can probably tell because it's on my thumbnail as well. This in a PSA 10 just sold for $960. Guess the pop on this.
I want to say it's relatively high.
Yeah, it is.
500?
879 in PSA 10.
Yeah.
Now, some cards with high pop, like the Moonbrown, hold crazy value. Some don't as much. I mean, this is 2014. I don't know. I feel like it looks like it's worth more.
Yeah, you think it would go for more. It's a beautiful card.
It is a beautiful card. Love the Sylveon in the background.
It's got loads of like really, really favorite Pokemon.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe just because I think it's also a timing thing. Like, there's so many big cards popping up and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Some things are easy to get missed, and this is a good time to kind of snipe for some stuff because there may be so many things that people have got their eyes on that some things slip through the gaps.
Yeah, exactly.
So you never know. This may just be like a little bit of a blip at the moment, but
it's a beautiful
it's
card.
A beautiful card.
So yeah, that's gone for 960. Love that card. Miriam at 810. Incredible. Okay, this is just sold for 4,920. What I'm gonna do is, because normally we have a bit more time. Honestly, if I hadn't noticed that, I'd be sitting here panicking right now, being like, what's going on?
I'll tell you what we can do, though, is we can look through the solds a little bit later.
Yeah, we can, and have a little look.
Have a little
and
recap.
We can also look at next week's auction. So one thing I did want to mention, there were some gold stars tonight. Now, there is this Torchic gold star here in a PSA 9, currently at 1850. There is, or there was, a PSA 10 gold star Entei. However, it might have sold. I'm not seeing it anywhere. So if anyone saw what that went for, do let us know. We've got a unlimited Blastoise here in is that a pristine? Oh, I need glasses. Yeah, CGC pristine 10. So currently at 2,800. This is one I did want to talk about because I love myself some Worlds cards.
I've got a question.
Yeah.
Do you think the perfect 10 is going to become the new Black Label?
Cool. Butler was quick to answer that one. Butler says no.
What do you guys think in the chat? I don't have an answer. I'm just interested in what people think.
I feel like Black Labels have this, I don't know,
prestige.
Yeah.
I've seen too many perfect 10s from CGC that I don't trust.
Yeah, that's very true. I've also noticed that.
Okay, interesting.
Black
Right, okay. So yeah, it's more, perfect and Black Labels. They are meant to be the most immaculate cards. Nothing on them. And occasionally you do see, or I've seen things that I think surely that should knock it down. But
you see it in everything.
Yeah, you do, to be honest.
You see it in everything. But yeah, maybe just over a collective.
Yeah.
We
need to get Butler a mic.
Yeah, we need the Butler to get a mic. Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, though, that's an interesting question. I think it's maybe a bit too early to tell, and as time goes on, especially with some cards. So
Powder says Black Labels have the aura about them, and I think the fact the label itself is made to say that it's perfect adds a bit more. It's interesting.
Rockin' the Bunny says, I'm a big CGC fan. Black Labels already have a stand-in, but once CGC gets more stand-in with trading cards, I think they'll get there. Interesting. Like I said, yeah, it's almost little bit too early. A little bit too early, even. So I just want to quickly talk about this card. This is from Worlds 2010. This is a Staff Stamp Tropical Tidal Wave. So cool. I love the artwork on these cards. I love these cards. This is currently at 1,425. This is Pop 8. So this is a very, very low pop. And it actually says it on some of the listings. They do have the population. But this one here does. Going to keep that one open because interested to see where that one goes.
I think if I wanted to start collecting a collection, it might be Worlds cards. Like, okay. I really like those Saito artworks. They're just so cool. There's a lot of Charizards in tonight. Can I just say? A lot of really cool Charizards as well. Still some creatures decks hanging in there. Right, let's have a little look. Oh, I did not see this earlier. Is that an E3? I have graded so many E3 peekers. I think we've had that in every grade under 6. Yeah, just never got a 10. Under 6. We're talking 2, 3, 4. I don't know what it is. We picked one up last year, didn't we? Love E3 Pikachu. At that store we went to. Oh, yeah, I think we did. Yeah, I think we did. But yeah, love that. I'm going to keep that one open. Just like to see where that one goes. What year was that given out? Do you know? It was set on the label. 1999. Damn. Oh no, that's base set. Might have been 1999. Right. We got more. No, that's not creatures. Nitro says with Black Label, I think the label being such a definitive. Such is definitely sharper and stands out more, whereas a perfect 10 from CGC you just have a different shade of gold and the 10s across it. Fair enough. So it's more of a visual thing for you. It's all personal preference. It is, yeah. Oh, this is interesting, something we haven't seen before. Sleeved boosters, Celestial Storm, and it's a lot of 16. So this is the individual cardboard sleeves. In each one you get a single pack. Haven't seen sleeve blisters before.
Literally just gone up as we're talking about it right there. So we're about to go into the next window.
270. What's that divided by 16?
Can't even remember the last time I opened up Celestial Storm. So as you can see, we've got another
16,
gold star there.
$17
PSA 8
a pack.
Oh, there's quite a few of them.
Oh, we've got Ancient Origins.
This one is just sold. We're going to open it up.
Is anyone bidding in the chat on anything?
Yeah, let us know.
Are,
I feel like maybe the clock's changing has put everyone a little bit out of sync.
Or if anyone's won anything. I saw Billy's saying she won something.
Oh, Billy, what have you won? Okay, that's still going, so we're going to keep an eye on that. E3 Pika, Red Cheeks in a PSA 8 has just sold for $552. Very nice. Okay, so we've got Celestial Storm, we got XY Roaring Skies, and then we've got Unified Minds, which is sell. I love Unified Minds.
Yeah,
really
Unified
cool
Minds
set.
Great.
So this is Sun and Moon era, and then we have got XY era and Sun and Moon era. So this is bumping up a little bit. This is really cool. We haven't seen this before. We've seen loose booster packs, mainly vintage though. We've seen graded booster packs, again mainly vintage. We've seen modern booster boxes, but never seen
sleeved blisters.
Sleeved. I don't think I've ever seen this on one of the bigger auctions. So this is quite interesting. I'll leave that one open.
Just won a Japanese Professor's Oak.
Oh,
the
nice.
poker card. Nice. Are you collecting them all? Or
there's been a lot of them.
PSA 8 Prisms. Oh, wow. I need to look at that one.
Billy.
I need to look at that.
So yeah, that went for 264. So they all look like they're in lots of 16s. So I wonder if it's the same person who maybe collected these over time and has sent them in.
Oh,
so
damn, Billy's going in. Open. Getting another thing too.
Billy is on fire. So currently the highest item we have right here is the Torchic from EX Team Rocket Returns in a PSA 9.
It's sold.
No, I was going to say, yeah, it's sold. That Umbreon is
very
beautiful there in a PSA 10, 1600.
I'm invested in this tropical tidal wave now. I want to see where this ends.
Yeah, I've got it open. Really nice Charmander right there in a PSA 10. Yep. Cardass, not Prism. Still really cool. We've got more autos here. Oh, so this is interesting.
That's an actual drawing.
It's almost so dark you can't see it, but it's actually it's actually a sketch of Rayquaza right there, which I like
that other
cool.
Rayquaza on the other side.
This one right here.
That's sick.
That is really, it almost looks like the whole artwork behind it is a huge swell that Rayquaza is sort of jumping out of. So many Charizards tonight. We have our first black label that we've seen. I'm sure there have been a lot more, so we're going to keep popping through and we're going to see what else we can see. Another black label right there. Do you remember the last stream before we went away? There was loads of V-Star Universe black labels.
Was that with the Butler?
Oh, was it? Oh, yeah, because you weren't here, were you?
No.
I forgot about that. Butler doesn't remember either. We got a Japanese Koga Amazing Rare here in a Black Label 10. I love this card. I want this card in a PSA 10. It's cool. Just so expensive. It is such a nice card. And I have been lucky enough to pull this. Yeah, one pack magic. The last thing I thought that was going to come out of that pack. Yeah, honestly.
Did you grade it? Did you get an
8? No, it went to someone who bought it on stream. Yeah.
Have we had one come through? I feel like I've held that card.
Oh, this is a nice one right here. We're just going to look at this. This is the Rapidash Reverse from Fire Red Leaf Green. I feel like these are slept on.
Yeah.
I feel like they are massive. That is the most beautiful card versus some of the modern cards I see at certain prices.
Hollows.
I just think you can't even compare them.
I'm actually looking forward to the Scarlet and Violet reverse hollows. Yeah. They look quite cool.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And have you seen the promos? They're going to have the Galaxy borders. It's going to be like where
cards. Did I see that? Someone posted. See if you can find a picture. Someone posted that somewhere. I feel like I vividly remember that.
Here you go.
So we're just going to keep looking. We've literally got...
Look, it's like Heart Gold Soul
Silver.
Yes,
I have seen that, yeah. It looks so good.
But they're only in the promos.
Okay, so you can't pull them from sets.
No, that's going to be cool, though.
Okay, so we've got, again, so many nice cards. We've got Vending Series here and a 10 Charmander. Loads of cute Charmanders in tonight. And then what...
I was going to say, but the thing is with those, we might actually get some really nice promo cards that in a couple of years' time, we will see on here.
Yeah. Can you imagine? We'll be watching this in 5 years' time and be like, I remember that promo. I remember
that came out.
So talking about the high end to low end, we have cards at the $10 mark, $10, $20 mark. Like I said, there is that we've probably missed a lot of them because they've sold. But there's something for everyone. We're talking Expedition. We're talking Hidden Fates. We're talking a little bit of everything. So don't ever feel like you're priced out, because it's honestly not the case. It is not the case at all.
100%. The currency's in dollars, by the way, Kyle.
US dollars.
Yep.
This is still going. Celestial Storm is still going.
Wow.
And Roaring Skies sold for $264.
Is it 16 packs?
16, yeah.
264.
Yeah, and that Rapidash is still going. I'm going to keep that one open because I'm intrigued to see where that goes.
$16.50 a pack. It's about market, I guess. Maybe a little bit.
So we've still got, so the highest now is the Tropical Tidal Wave. We've still got this Charizard right here. Lovely card. That Charmander's jumped up to $550. Wow. That's impressive. These energies are beautiful right here. They're all around the $400 to $500 mark. We have got the Japanese Gold Star Mudkip in a PSA 5.
Still fetching quite a bit.
Still fetching a nice price.
Yeah.
I really love this Snorlax as well. This is from Team Rocket Returns, Snorlax EX.
Oh, I'd love to open some of those packs.
I was about to say I'd love to be that Snorlax eating whatever he's eating right there. It looks good.
That was me earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, it was actually with the McDonald's. Some really cool Pikachus as well. That Suicune's still going at $170. Picked up a CGC 8.5 Expedition Blastoise for $24 for my own collection, as Blastoise is my favourite Pokemon. Declan and Cherie, first of all, how are you doing? Thank you for being here, guys, and congrats. Very nice. That's what I mean, $24 for an Expedition Blastoise.
GG.
Insane.
Good game.
Wolverine EX as well from EX Legend Maker. Very nice. I like that. We got the first edition Raichu from Fossil in a PSA 9 at $125. So, like, when we're talking about first edition WotC Hollows in, like, 8s and 9s versus some, like, modern cards in 8, like... To me, my brain can't quite comprehend it.
Crazy.
But yeah. We got the Call of Legends Lugia Hollow here in a PSA 5. Do you know what I did see earlier and that we missed because we had a bit of a malfunction? The PSA 2 Crystal Charizard was back up.
Was it?
And I'm not sure, but check. I feel like it might be too much of a coincidence that it was the one from before. We got a first edition Portuguese Chansey. I was literally
about to show that to you.
In a PSA 8. I can't say I'm a Portuguese language collector. Oh, there was a Dutch one with a swell. Oh, okay. Shining Magikarp from Celebrations in a Beckett 10. That's pretty cool.
We actually picked one of those up.
Yeah.
Was that in a PSA 10?
CGC. We got some box toppers as well.
Yeah.
Right, let's
so we picked
going.
that up for $60.
And that was at 100.
That was at 100.
10, was it?
Yeah.
Really love that Mew as well. That's really, really cute. What else have we? Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
That is a huge
Now, I can't say that I need a PSA 7 Dutch first edition Chansey, but look at that swell.
Yeah, it's like base set too.
Hollow pattern. Oh, wow. So the butler's saying there is or there was. I don't know if there was. I think it sold. A first Ed Blaine's Moltres in a 9 we can after. It had 2 swells on it. I love this Rayquaza, by the way. Cracked Ice, PSA 8. That artwork is incredible. Lots of really nice Rayquazas tonight. Guys, we haven't done it yet. What do we think is going to be the last card standing? Let us know right now in the live chat.
Scope. I think it's going to be something that sneaks under the radar.
I think it's going to be a Rayquaza.
Do you think?
Yeah. I'm just going to go to page 4 because I think I missed that one.
I think it's going to be Magikarp.
Magikarp?
I'm going for Magikarp.
What's the Butler going for? Butler's going Pikachu.
Oh, do you know what? Pikachu's a shout.
No, you've chosen your option now.
I want to change. Chat, can I change?
No, you can't change.
Why did I say Magikarp?
I love this Charmander, by the way. There's loads of really nice Charmanders as well. Loads of really nice Charmanders. Okay, so there is 30 seconds until the next window. Admiral, how are we? Admiral.
What's up, Admiral?
So we also had the same issue. We only started the stream an hour ago, not realising the clocks had changed because they haven't changed here in the UK. I think I vaguely remember seeing someone saying in the chat, I think our clocks change in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. No, that was in America. What? That was Sam saying in America.
Yeah,
but I think that was the last one.
So it never changes back.
So apparently our clocks change in 2 weeks. So that means for the next 2 weeks we'll be streaming at 1 a.m. UK time, and then it will go to 2 a.m. again.
Probably.
Is that how it works? Yeah. Okay. So there is going to be this. This has caught us all off guard. None of us saw this one coming. But yeah. So the next 2 weeks it'll be 1 a.m. UK time. I'll make sure I make it really, really clear when I post and advertise about the stream.
Yeah.
But yeah, the clocks have been all over the place. Right. Let's have a look. So a few of these have sold. This is just sold for 1,050. The Charmander went for Charmander went for 660. I think that's quite a healthy price. I don't know, but that looks like a good price for that.
I'm not too knowledgeable in the card. That's an interesting number.
A really, really cool card. Last is going to be a rainbow rare to spite me, Connor. That is, Yokohama 18 in a PSA 10, 660. A lot of these energies have gone 504, 480. Yeah, that one's a 10. The 10 is,
wow.
PSA 9. Spring Battle Road, all 9s. That one was a 9. The one that's a 10 is still going, which is the Psychic Energy. The Japanese Gold Star Mudkip in a 5 is still going. Guys, in the live chat, let us know if you're bidding on any of these, and also what's the last card standing. I'm going Rayquaza. Well, we're not allowed to change. Once you say it, that's it. You can't change. There's no going back.
Mistakes were made.
So let's have a look here.
Magikarp.
This is still going. This is Dean's favourite of the night.
That's my highlighted
Celestial Storm went for $336 right there.
Wow, really? More than... That's crazy.
That went for more than Roaring Skies and... what else was up? Unified
Minds. What was the chase card in?
Okay. So this, I was just interested to see where this went because I think this is a beautiful card. I know it's only a reverse holo, but it is from the EX era. Fire Red Leaf Green. Rapidash in a PSA 10 there, going for $156. Oh, the Dutch Chansey is still going. I do not need a Dutch Chansey. I don't speak Dutch. Gefeliciteerd. That's about as far as it goes. That is... that.
Oh, I'm not going to say anything. I don't know anything.
We've got the Suicune here sold for $204 in a PSA 8. So let's have... What we normally do is say how many items are left. There's only 54, but again, we've been a little bit out of sync this evening. But we'll keep going. We power through. Love this McDonald's promo right there in a 9. So it looks like there's someone who might have graded some of the celebrations cards with Beckett, and they got very lucky. We got the Umbreon there. That was the first classic card collection I pulled for myself.
Really? That one took me quite a while to pull.
I remember when I got that. It was like... heaven on earth. Honestly, I was so excited.
That was the most expensive card.
Yeah, for a while as well. I was so excited to see that card in person. We still got a Rayquaza. We got 2 Rayquaza going. We're good. We are good.
It's right. Magikarp's still going too. So I'm just keeping silent over here.
We've got Southern Islands right here. Ivysaur, $32 in a PSA 9. That's what I mean. It's like... There is, no matter what your price bracket is, don't ever feel like you can't look at these auctions or even bid on these auctions. There is something for everyone.
Yep.
How many Magikarps are there?
2.
I feel like there hasn't been this many Magikarps.
That one needs a bid. If not, it's gone down to one last hope.
Okay, we got the Southern Islands Lickitung there in a 9.
So cool.
Well, what Mew is that?
How have I just seen that?
I'll
the
see
Battle
if I
Carnival.
can find that. We got the Hidden Fates Cracked Ice promo here in a 9.5 CGC at $23. Right, let's go back to the start.
That's on page 1.
Page 1, okay.
At the very bottom. That Mew's awesome. It's Kerry. Kerry's here. Kerry will appreciate this one. I know how much Kerry loves Mew and Mewtwo.
Oh, yeah. Let's have a look at that. That is a beauty right there.
2013 Black and White Battle Carnival promo. Look at that. That looks absolutely...
So sometimes with these...
pictures,
scans. The scans, they don't always pick up the card. I've had it before when I photograph cards. It doesn't always... the eye, you don't see it the same as the naked eye. But no, that's a really, really nice card right there. Really nice artwork in a PSA 9, $92 as well.
Yeah.
We'll keep that one open, see where it goes. Bennett, see, this hasn't 20 seconds. Right. So I'm Rayquaza. It's going to be a Rayquaza. It's just had a bid. It has just had a bid to 1,500.
Someone was pondering and they thought,
and so is the Mew up to $98.
That might be Kerry. That might be Kerry.
So that Psychic Energy has gone to $550 as well. Talisa is saying I got some cool, affordable cards from PWCC the other week.
Oh,
Talisa,
nice.
would you care to share what ones you picked up? Okay, so the Snorlax went for $432 in a PSA 8. Very nice. The Japanese Gold Star Mudkip in a PSA 5 went for $456. Really, really cool card here. Koro promo in a PSA 9 Imakuni for $324. We got this really, really nice Pokeparks Pikachu from 2004 going for $324 in a CGC 9. Lots of Bandai tonight, $204. That's really nice in a PSA 10 as well.
It's just such a crazy thing, though. It's just like, it's not even the TCG.
No, it's not. That is a pure collector's item, is what you boil that down to. The Dark Gengar right there from Neo Destiny in a Beckett 9 went for $162. I'm actually opening up Neo Destiny in less than a month now.
Yep.
And you're opening up Neo Genesis when?
Next week, Sunday, a week today.
Oh, wow.
Yep, that's come
soon?
quick. That has come very quick.
That has whipped around that corner.
Yep.
Very, very quickly.
Hopefully we can pull the Neo Genesis Lugia.
I opened a box and I didn't get the Lugia or the Typhlosion.
Oh, yeah. Well, this
rough.
could be it. This could be it.
Rough.
Well, you're helping me, so hopefully we can pull it.
That's going to be huge. And that will be happening here next Sunday before we do the PWCC stream.
Yeah.
So it'll be a big evening. Magikarp went for $180.
Wait, that's sold?
Yeah, $180.
No, Magikarp.
Oh, dear. Right, let's do a little refresh. I got an E-Series SB on PSA 8 to crack for my binder. Talisa, great pickup. Okay.
There's one.
Your Tropical Tidal Wave has jumped up. How many more Magikarps are there?
No, there's none. I'm counting your Rayquazas.
There's 2 Rayquazas still. Right, we're down to 1 page.
I would have said Pika.
That went for very precise, $117.60. The Dutch Chansey went for $86.40, and this is still going up.
It's gone up 100.
It's still going. Right, this is now in minute windows, so bear that in mind. So,
Mike says I won the Dark Gengar. Hey, congrats!
Oh, nice! Love that card. I'm hoping I can pull it from my Neo Destiny box. 1st of April, that's happening.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Okay, right, 20 seconds. Admiral's got a question for the butler in the chat. I'll let him answer that. We got a Japanese base set Blastoise here in a CGC 8 for $130.
It's got a bid on as well.
Just had a bid as well, alongside the Tropical Tidal Wave. This is a real.
Sorry, don't worry.
Yeah, okay.
The butler's making jokes and I can hear it.
Butler behave. We got the Houndoom here, PSA 8 from Mysterious Mountains. Beautiful card in English and Japanese. Nitrox Air won a Ray.
Let's go. Which one?
Congrats. Oh, was it that one by any chance?
Cracked ice. I just won the Umbreon. Let's go, Jesse. Oh my goodness. Lots of people getting involved tonight.
No, I think the Rayquazas have sold.
Yep.
Right, let's do a little refresh.
They absolutely have.
Jesse just won an Umbreon. Right, there's 7 cards left. Of course there's a Pikachu. Of course there's a Pikachu left. The Butler is going to win it again.
I would have backed this Tropical
It's too safe.
Tidal Wave.
It is too safe. Right, we have got a Pidgeot here. I guarantee Pidgeot's going to be the last card.
It can't change. So you've said Rayquaza. You're sticking with Rayquaza. Rayquaza's gone. Ray's flown away. And Magikarp swam off.
Do you remember the first stream we did? It was an Arbok and...
Yeah, I remember the Arbok.
Oh, it was
an Expedition Arbok,
yeah, it was an Arbok and something else that was so unexpected. Okay, so it sold for $1,950.
Damn.
Beautiful, beautiful card.
So did the other
Absolutely
Pika, by the way. The other Pika sold.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, so Pikachu's not the last card standing.
So Pikachu's gone. So that went for 144. Now, that is the Japanese McDonald's promo from 2002 right there, as you can see in a PSA 9. And this also... So many of these this evening. This is Charizard as well. Might be one for you for $50. That's a pretty cool card. Right. Cool episode. Let's do a little refresh. Green Tea saying it will be Gibble. Right. Let's do a quick guess. If you had to guess out of these four, what's it going to be?
Blastoise, Gyarados, Gibble,
you
or
got
Pidgeot.
7 seconds.
Is this us as well?
No, because we've had ours.
We've had ours.
Oh, no, I think it's going to go too quickly. The chat aren't going to be able to keep up.
I think it's Pidgeot or Blastoise.
Oh, I think Green Tea might be right. So we just had the... we got quite a few Dutch base set in tonight. Maybe there was someone with a collection of these. First edition as well. The PSA 8 Gyarados going for $132. And the Spring Battle Road Gibble going for $112 in a PSA 10 as well. So the last 2 cards standing. We got the Blastoise in a CGC 8 Japanese base set, and we have got the Pidgeot, which is the Japanese Expedition in a PSA 9. Have they all... The Blastoise has had a bid.
Yep.
Kerry saying Blasty is the last card standing.
Cool. No one guessed Blasty.
No one guessed Blastoise at all. One of Talisa's now saying, oh, they both have bids on them. Okay, so again, both at really fairly reasonable price points for people thinking that, you know, things go for thousands of dollars all the time. We got a $54.
I feel like that Pidgeot's low. $50 for
PSA 9. Again, this
first
is like,
edition.
This is where I struggle with some pricing on some cards. And I've now said it a few times this evening, but I cannot get my head around like some modern card pricing versus some vintage card pricing. Like when you think how hyped and excited everyone gets over vintage. I know some people don't care about vintage, but like, I don't know. I just think it's mad with the amount that's printed with modern as well, and
just the artwork hits different. But maybe that's just the.
But again, I know there's actually a few people out there that
don't care.
They don't care. Vintage does nothing for them, and that's understandable if they didn't collect 20 odd years ago. I totally get it. Right, okay, so 2 cards. Is it going to be the Blastoise?
With 3 seconds left. Oh,
that is what we call a last second snipe right there. Both of them have had bids. We have another minute. Nitrox is saying Blastoise. Too Drowsy, welcome in, guys. If you've just jumped in, do me a favor. Please be sure to hit that like button on your way in if you haven't already. Appreciate you all being here. We had a little bit of a time difference blip where we started streaming at 2 a.m. UK time but had no idea that the clocks had changed in the US, so we're actually streaming only an hour.
We jumped in the deep end.
We jumped in the deep end literally. So we started streaming when the extended bidding period started, which normally we start the hour before. So just to bear in mind, I think it's going to be for the next 2 weeks. It will be a 1 a.m. UK time start. I'm going to double check that it's the next 2 weeks and not just the next week. I'll make sure it's really, really clear when we're advertising, and then once all the clocks align again, it will be back to normal. It'll be back to 2 a.m. I know you guys started later than usual, but it feels like bidding happened super fast tonight too. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Oh, the Blastoise has won. So Pidgeot went for $67.20. That
seems like a good deal.
That's crazy. That is crazy pricing. Once this one ends, we are going to have a little look and go for a little bit longer and just have a little look at what's coming up next week. And like I said, every week now I'm going to be doing an Instagram post where basically I'm going to pick my top 10 items and I'm going to give you some fun facts about all of those items just to get people sort of excited about the upcoming auction, maybe see some cards they didn't actually realize were going to be on there as well. Because like I said, there was over 4,000 cards tonight, and not just cards, Pokemon items on just the Pokemon side of things. There's so many you can't see them all. So
Nitro says the other Rayquaza was tempting, but I tried to only collect 9s, 9.5s, and 10s. That's fair enough.
No, that's fine.
Just
if
be
that
patient.
Works for you.
It will come. It will come, my friend.
Kerry says 26th of March clocks go forward for the UK.
Oh, okay.
Okay, perfect. At least we know now. At least we know. Yeah, Too Drowsy. It caught us all out. Tonight. But yeah, so make sure you keep an eye out for my Instagram posts in the week. Like I said, we're going to do my top picks. I always do it at the start of every stream, but we're going to do it early and I'll share some images of those cards because I honestly, there'll be cards in every single auction every week that I will probably love and I miss just because there's just too many to get through.
Trentro's home.
Zetro, you literally just got home from the gym at this time. What hours do you sleep?
I used to do that and I can't because I would come home like really awake and it'd be like 3 a.m. So.
But would you not feel tired once you get to know?
It actually makes me like more awake going to the gym really late at night.
I wouldn't know. I don't go to.
Who's gym?
Yeah, who's gym? Okay, we've got 7 seconds. Do we think we're going to get it? It's 165 CGC8. Yes. Ooh. 1 second.
We got a bobbly swagger on PWCC.
So once this one ends, we're going to take a look at what's coming up for next week. So I'm going to give you guys a little tutorial about how to use the website because we didn't actually get a chance to do this evening because we had to jump into it super quickly. So when you land on PWCC, actually, let's wait for this one. Let's see if it gets another bid and then I'll show you. I'll show you how to use the website and then we'll look at next week's stream. I save time by avoiding the gym. Admiral.
Respect it.
I love the way
300 IQ.
Think. I love the way you think right there. So yeah, I'm excited to see what's coming up next week. I think Butler, was it the stream before that it was the 2 EX era boxes, or was that when you were here?
EX era boxes.
Yeah, Dragon Frontiers and Team Rocket Returns.
I think that was with me.
Was it?
It was. I think I remember.
Or do you just remember seeing it? Because I think that was the last one. But
maybe,
that was like the last time we saw.
Was it the same time as the Moonbron? I wasn't here for the Moonbron.
Were you not?
No.
Was it you that was here for the Moonbron?
I was here for the Moonbron, yeah.
Time just.
But you just told me about it loads.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, it's cool.
No, it was you.
No, it wasn't me.
It was.
It wasn't. I wasn't here for the Moonbron. You just told me about it. You were like, "Can you believe it went for 12,000?" I was like, "Nah, it's crazy." And then we just spoke about it.
But at no point did you say, "But yeah, that wasn't me that was here with you."
Well, no, because you told me about it. I felt like I was. I know what you were talking about because we spoke about it.
Oh damn! That must have been the last stream then.
But I don't think you told me about the EX box.
Yes, there's a Team Rocket Returns box and a Dragon Frontiers box. And I was just going to say I'll be intrigued to see what's coming up next week because that was the first time we saw like really big boxes that weren't WotC basically.
Yeah, rare ones.
So this has now been sold for $210. So there we go. That's all the items sold on the auction. But before we go anywhere and before we do anything, let's have a little look and see what's coming up next week. So when you land on the PWCC website, this is what it looks like. You have a little bit of everything. You have their premiere auction. You have their weekly auction. You have their fixed marketplace details. Over 50,000 items with asking prices over $250 million.
Wowzers.
You have their vault, you have so many things, and then you have some sales highlights down here. There's always some whopping cards down here. Normally sports, which I know nothing about,
is a different league.
But I'm just seeing lots and lots of zeros, and it looks wild. So yeah, some highlights there, and then down here just information. So to find the weekly auction, you want to hover over the marketplaces tab at the top here. It's really easy to use. You got your weekly, your premiere, and your fixed, how it works, and security. You want to click on your weekly, and once you do so, this is what it will look like. So here they've got their little banner that says extended bidding is live. You can now bid on anything item during extended bidding, obviously because it changed from before. Up here they have a little breakdown of what it's all looking like. It looks like some of the sports items run a lot longer, which is interesting, but again, not our area of expertise. So over here you go to your little filter button, and this is where you can choose what you want to do. So normally we go by sort by highest bid first, and then we go by weekly auction. This time we are going to choose March 19th, which is next week. We're going to hit apply. Oh my goodness. And then
we're going to narrow the search
into Pokemon in your little search bar at the top, and there we go. So this will narrow it down to 6,100 items next week.
That's what I'm saying. It keeps going up and up.
That's 2,000 more than this. That's the most we have. Right, this is going to be the biggest auction block we have ever live streamed next week. That is huge. And already at the top Gold is Star. A PSA 10.
I actually love that card
Gold
so much.
Star Gyarados from EX Holland Phantoms.
We opened up some Holland Phantoms packs.
And we definitely didn't pull Gold Star Gyarados. It did not happen. Maybe one day. Maybe one day.
If only.
We've got a first edition fossil box. We've got a Gold Star Espeon in a pristine CGC 10.
Big
Gold
hitters.
Star Rayquaza in a Beckett 8. Oh my goodness. We got, it's in a 10.
That isn't a 10. There's the Butler card too.
Oh my goodness. That is such a cool card. Guys, next week is going to be insane.
Some big cards.
Celebi EX in a 10. Dragonite EX in a 10.
Mewtwo EX.
Oh my goodness. We got Gold Stars. We got Crystals in Beckett 10s. Entei
a lot of Gold
in a 10.
Stars. That's a lot of
Guys,
Gold Stars.
Next week is going to be
it's a Black Label Celebration Zard.
Karen's Umbreon in a 10. Love this card. Right, let's have a little scroll through.
Start picking what you want.
Because this is going to be Melodic EX in a 10.
That's a big card.
This is Gold Star galore next week. Right, we're going to keep looking through. Just have a little look. We got autos, more Gold Stars, Legendary Collection. I think I saw Admiral say there was some Creatures deck. Oh, we got some illustration cards as well.
Houndoom's so good as well.
Wingardium Leviosa. A Leonard.
Right, but you didn't say that. You said Leviosa, which is nothing like that. So where's that come from?
It's on the same.
I looked up expecting to see a Harry Potter card, thinking we're in the wrong department.
We've got an EX Emerald loose booster pack at $84. That's pretty cool. We haven't seen anything like that before.
On it. Is it in a sleeve?
Let's have a look. No, just the loose pack, close and personal.
I just saw a line at the top.
I think it's just the picture. We got so many EX.
Right, no wonder
era EXs in
I just had an inception moment. I was trying to move that mouse on that monitor on my laptop.
Oh my goodness, it's all falling apart. Butterfree. Oh, in a 10. $105. So, fun fact, I pulled a Butterfree first pack magic from the Expedition box break we did at Collecticon.
Yeah.
We did an Expedition box break at Collecticon. Massive shout out to Ryan's Card House for asking us to do this. And very first pack, I pulled the Butterfree.
Beautiful
big card.
That was probably one of the best boxes we've ever opened.
Look at all these EX era EXs
That's
as well.
Sick card.
Black labels. Autos. Another I Choose You. Mega Rayquaza in a 10.
Was that a Politoed? Oh, it's a Blossom. Sorry.
Blossom, no.
Just saw the colours.
Gold Star. Wow, there is some
big cards.
Insane.
258 pages, by the way. You got to start looking now, guys. You have a
Japanese.
week. You have a week. There are so many cards to go through.
A Gold Star Entei in a CGC Pristine 10. That's interesting. More Umbreons. Guys, next week there are so many cards. Let's just have a little ponder through.
Game EX.
Are there any
that Pikachu. Is that Ash's Pikachu?
Where?
No.
Oh damn, I missed that. Yeah, in a
Ash's
10.
Pikachu. That is actually
Advent of Arceus.
That is going. What is that? PSA 10. That's a very interesting card to keep a track of because obviously Pikachu's not going to be an Ash are no longer the main character of So
Pokemon. Do we think that's going to bump that sort of thing up? Quite a few black labels in, a lot of modern black labels as well, like these. Interesting. As you can see, some of these cards are at fairly low prices at the moment because there's a whole week to bid on them.
I've never seen that Larvitar card before. Pop Series 1.
Pop Series 1. CGC Pristine. I can almost not see that. I think I need to get some glasses.
No, I can't see it. It's not that easy to see.
All Art Galores. We got Radiance. We got Korokoro Mew there. We haven't seen a Korokoro Mew for the last couple of times.
No, we actually haven't. Or the stamp. With the Cramorant. And the Pikachu. With the lady. The stamp collection.
Oh,
They had like so many.
Because we had those. Literally, couldn't get enough of them.
Yeah.
Oh, there's that
Mew
in a
again.
10 this time. What did it go for in a 9? Was it like
it was like
110, was it?
Yeah,
100
with a couple cents.
Oh, I love that Charmander.
I'm still so upset that I was so close to buying that raw off someone, and then they decided not to sell it, and then they graded it and they got a 10.
Damn. That is a missed opportunity right there. So yeah, as you can see, there are so many.
Flashfire Zard.
There are so many cool cards, but like the amount of high end.
I love that Umbreon. Go up.
That's
that
really
Umbreon's
cute.
sweet.
McDonald's promo. More Worlds cards as well. French that time. Lots of CGCs. You seeing what? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Is Chumley selling his? Chumley was actually did the box break with us. So it's actually got a Chumley
collection
pedigree on the back, but then he signed the front as well. Right, guys. Next week is going to be very, very interesting.
Hard to keep track of everything.
I mean,
we've got look at that Mewtwo.
Another Chumley.
Chumley's selling up.
I'm so confused. Okay, that's interesting. Another one of those. Is it a sign for you?
Not quite the Dubsy collection, is it?
No.
Okay, so there are lots and lots of cards coming up next week. So I believe next week is going to be a 1 a.m. UK time start. This week, we didn't even realise till I was about 10 minutes in.
Yeah, when you're like, I've just noticed
No one else noticed, though. No one else in the chat said anything. It's because the US changes clocks at a different time to the UK. You learn something new every day, guys. So we will be back here at the normal time. Well, it's not going to be, it's going to be really confusing. It'll be the normal time for the US guys, but for the UK guys, it'll be 1 a.m.
Yeah.
So it will be a little mix up for 2 weeks, and then it will go back to 2 a.m. So I'll keep it very, very clear when we're advertising the stream. I appreciate you all for sticking with us there. We had to absolutely wing that one. I don't know what happened.
It was still fun, nevertheless.
Honestly, there were some great cards tonight. No one got the last card standing.
No, Blasty.
No, which was interesting.
It was actually close to being Blastoise the last time I did it before the Butler episode. It was what was the different language?
Oh yeah, Turtok.
Turtok.
Yeah. Everyone was loving the Turtok. So yeah, very, very fun, guys. Thank you so much for being here. We'll be back next week. Same time.
1 a.m. / 2
a.m.
/ 2 a.m.
No, 1 There's no 2 a.m. about it.
In 2 weeks, 2 a.m.
1 a.m. UK time next week. Normal time next week for the States. 6 p.m. Pacific time at 9 p.m. Eastern time. And guys, do remember next Sunday, Dean has a huge box break on his channel, Neogenesis. I will be here with him as well, box breaking it. So if you want to come and get involved, that's going to start the night, and then we're going to warm up to a huge auction block.
That's
so guys,
crazy.
If you haven't already, hit that like button. Also, please check out my video that dropped today, because it's my first ever binder challenge and a lot went into it. So I hope you guys enjoy it. So whatever the time is, wherever you are, have a great rest of the day, rest of the evening, and we will see you again next time. Good night, everyone.
#TourTank.